Happy Thanksgiving, Cowboys fans. What a night. Dallas walks into a heavyweight fight with the Kansas City Chiefs and walks out with a 31-28 victory that shook the entire NFL. It was emotional, intense, and packed with the kind of moments that remind you why this sport owns our hearts. Both teams came to play, but this win matters in a different way for Dallas. It's their first 3-game win streak of the season, and it keeps those playoff dreams flickering with real, undeniable hope. The Cowboys didn't just survive, they showed they belong in the fight. And listen, before we go any deeper into this breakdown, make sure you subscribe to the channel, tap that like button, share this video with your friends, and of course, hit that bell icon so you never miss an update. You guys are the heartbeat of this community. Now, back to business. Dallas didn't just win, they made a statement. This is a team nobody wants to face right now. The offense was explosive, stacking up 457 total yards, slicing through the Chiefs' defense, and showing they can hang with anyone when it matters most. We do need to monitor one key injury. Malik Hooker left the game with a back issue. That's something worth watching closely. Darren Bland left briefly but returned, and Kansas City lost both of their starting tackles. Still, Hooker's situation is the one Cowboys fans will hold their breath over. But despite the setbacks, the message is loud and clear: Dallas is alive. Dallas is dangerous. And Dallas is refusing to go quietly. Dak Prescott was sharp. CeeDee Lamb delivered when it counted. Jadeveon Clowney made his presence felt. This entire offense looked like the version of the Cowboys that can scare absolutely anyone. The defense still has growing to do, but this offense? This offense can win a shootout with anybody. And speaking of stars, let's talk about CeeDee Lamb. He came into this game with something to prove, and he delivered like an absolute superstar. 7 catches, 112 yards, and a touchdown, every big moment seemed to find him. He stepped up when Dallas needed him most and reminded the league why the 88 jersey carries so much weight in this franchise. CeeDee Lamb needed a bounce-back performance, and he delivered one with real force. All week long he talked about moving forward, fixing mistakes, and proving that he could respond the right way, and that's exactly what he did. The 51-yard catch from deep inside their own territory was the kind of moment that shifts momentum and reminds everyone just how special he truly is. For anyone who ever doubted him or thought the Cowboys should move on, nights like this are the reason you don't even consider it. Lamb is still one of the elite receivers in the NFL, and he showed it again under the brightest lights. Now, yes, Dak Prescott had an interception he would love to take back. He was hit as he threw, the ball floated, and Kansas City made a play. But outside of that one moment, Dak was nothing short of phenomenal. Against a top-tier defense, he delivered one of his most composed and confident performances of the entire season. Dak finished the night completing 27 of 39 passes for 320 yards, 2 touchdowns, and that lone pick, his 4th 300-yard game of the year. And let's be honest, Dak Prescott outplayed Patrick Mahomes. Period. He attacked pressure, stood tall in the pocket, and delivered strike after strike. The Chiefs sent the blitz constantly, almost half the time he dropped back, and Dak carved them up. He went 15 of 19 for 190 yards against those blitzes, one of the best performances of his career under that kind of heat. He was pressured often, he was hit, he was chased, but he never blinked. This was the version of Dak that makes Cowboys fans believe anything is possible. He controlled the game, lifted his offense, and made championship-level throws when it mattered most. Dak Prescott didn't just handle pressure, he thrived under it. He went 10 of 12 for 108 yards and 2 touchdowns while being chased, hit, and harassed all night long. You almost never see a quarterback perform at that level under constant fire. When the advanced numbers come out, don't be surprised if this ends up being one of the best under-pressure performances in the entire NFL this season. Dak was sensational. Anyone trying to downplay that simply isn't watching. If he keeps playing at this level, and yes, the road ahead is tough, he absolutely deserves to be in the MVP conversation. No question about it. Now let's talk defense. There were several guys who stepped up, but no one made a louder impact than Jadeveon Clowney. He didn't just play well, he dominated. Clowney led the team in tackles, sacks, tackles for loss, and quarterback hits. He was living in the Chiefs' backfield, making life miserable for Patrick Mahomes on nearly every dropback. It was easily his most complete performance of the season. Mahomes still put up strong numbers, 23 of 34, 261 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 30 yards rushing. He's Patrick Mahomes, he's going to make plays. But the Cowboys' defense did just enough when it mattered. It wasn't always perfect, but they made key stops and forced multiple fumbles, even if Kansas City managed to fall on all of them. And here's where the story gets even better, the unsung heroes showed up. Sam Williams, who has taken plenty of criticism this year, delivered another big moment, his second straight game making impact plays in critical spots. Cavante Turpin bounced back as well, with solid touches and a massive fumble recovery near the goal line that literally kept 3 points on the board. Those 3 points ended up being the difference in the final score. Then there was the moment nobody on earth had on their bingo card, Malik Davis, breaking free for a 43-yard touchdown. A player who battled through cuts, fought his way back onto the roster, and refused to give up. That run was pure heart, pure effort, pure determination. Even the under-the-radar guys made their presence felt. Ryan Fehoko showed up in key moments. Rain Stewart delivered steady, dependable snaps all night. These are the kind of performances you need when the season is on the line, not just stars shining, but every man answering the call. Some performances don't always show up on the stat sheet, but they absolutely matter, and Bree delivered those hidden impact plays, finishing with 3 crucial tackles. Those moments may look small, but in tight games like this, they're often the difference between winning and losing. The Cowboys now sit at 6-5, and while the road ahead isn't easy, they are far from finished. This team is still fighting, still believing, still pushing toward the postseason with everything they have left. Let's take a step back and look at whether Dallas hit their keys to victory. Stopping the run? Not really. Kareem Hunt ran hard, putting up solid yardage, and Patrick Mahomes added 30 on the ground. Even Pacheco ripped off explosive gains, and the Chiefs averaged 5 yards per carry, not ideal, and something Dallas will need to tighten up fast. Limiting George Pickens? For most of the night, yes. Pickens was quiet until that final drive where he came alive. His hurdle was incredible, but overall, Dallas kept him contained for much of the game. As great as Mahomes played, Dak Prescott was better. Even with the early interception and the near pick on the second drive, Dak delivered a performance that felt poised, confident, and in total command. Turnover battle? Dallas lost it, but they survived it. Third downs told the real story. Kansas City went a combined 8 for 16 when counting fourth downs. The Cowboys? They were 10 of 17, and Dak was absolutely clutch in the biggest moments. That alone swung the game. The coaching? Strong overall. The game plan made sense, adjustments were timely, and the team played disciplined football. But one thing still needs fixing, the red zone play calling. Sometimes, you don't need trickery. Just hand the ball off, trust your line, and let your playmakers punch it in. Penalties also played a major role. Dallas finished with 7 for 50 yards, not perfect, but manageable. Kansas City, however, was flagged 10 times for 119 yards, and those mistakes added up quickly. Chiefs fans may complain, but the calls were the calls. At the end of the night, the Cowboys walked away with a massive victory, a performance filled with grit, resilience, and season-saving urgency. Big win. Big moment. Big statement.